Hello and welcome. This is Double Stuffed Aura here, bringing you your Steam deals, specials, and all that good stuff for this weekend. We have a couple of good deals, unfortunately not as many as normal, but these deals are totally worth the fact that we don't have as many as normal. But again, you can't always have great deals every single week. So let's just jump in and get started. The first game is Mark of the Ninja. Mark of the Ninja is an incredible action adventure kind of stealth platforming game. Basically what it is you're a ninja and you are going through this 2D world in order to complete these objectives, kill certain people, and basically save your ninja family or clan or whatever you want to call it. The stealth elements to this game are incredible. The whole just stealth aspect of this game is done incredibly. Everyone who's played this game, or most people who've played this game, has reviewed it very high. It's extremely strong stealth game, and I'd argue that it was one of the best stealth games of last year. It has a lot of great mechanics, from lighting and destroying the lights to sounds and distractions and all kinds of fun things. It is one of the strongest stealth games I've seen, and I absolutely love this game. And it's currently 67% off, which knocks it down to $5, which is an incredible deal for this game. I mean, I can't tell you enough how much you should pick this game up. It's a lot of fun, and it's very unique and interesting, and there's a lot of different ways you can go through the level, even killing people or not killing people. It's just an incredible game, and I highly recommend picking it up. It is in a 2D kind of platforming style with a more kind of dark comic book set art style, which some people might not like. But again, if you can get past this, this is an amazing stealth game. And if you like stealth at all, this is definitely a great game for you. Or if you like ninjas, I would highly recommend picking this up. And again, for 67% off, which drops it down to $5, it's an absolute steal. You definitely should go pick this game up. Next is War of the Roses. War of the Roses, as a lot of you know, is the other medieval warfare game set in the period of War of the Roses, which I believe is like 14th, 15th century. It's an incredible game. Its archery is what stands out compared to Chivalry, because Chivalry has game modes and it's brute melee system. Although I don't like its blocking that much. It's a little weird, but again, it happens. But War of the Roses, where it stands out is its archery and its cavalry. Its archery is absolutely stellar and blows the competition out of the water. And this is the kind of game, if you want a gorgeous looking game with archery, horseback riding, all kinds of things like this, this is definitely a great game for you. Again, it's up to preference which one's better. I'm not going to tell you which one's better. I personally would play War of the Roses if I want to be an archer, and then if I wanted to do melee and crazy fun objective modes, I would do Chivalry. So again, guys, it's up to you. But as of right now, War of the Roses is on sale. It's also free this weekend, so you can go and download it on Steam and play it and decide for yourself which one you think's better. Again, if you're looking for archery or cavalry, I highly recommend War of the Roses. It's a solid game all around. It just isn't quite as good in the melee combat system as Chivalry is. But again, Chivalry fails in comparison to its archery, so it's kind of a trade-off. It's whatever you prefer. I'll tell you right now that War of the Roses does look better, and it has more weapon and just customization choices, which a lot of people like. So, again, it's up to you, but I highly recommend trying it out first, since it is free this weekend. And if you do decide to buy it, it is currently 75% off, which brings it down to $5, which is an absolutely great deal for this game. So I highly recommend picking this game up if you want. If not, you can just play for free this weekend and then enjoy that and go on with your life. But I do recommend picking this game up. It's a lot of fun. Now next is the game I want to spotlight the most. It is Natural Selection 2. Natural Selection 2 is a kind of FPS and RTS game mixed together. Now, how it works is there's, a team of like, let's say, 10 versus 10. You have 9 Marines, 9 aliens, and they go at each other. But you have on each team what's called a commander. And that commander plays the game as if it's an RTS, as you kind of see on the screen right now. He'll be placing buildings, upgrading things, and just getting all the stuff you'll need to defeat the aliens or Marines. And also, he will be giving you guys direction. You don't have to do what he says, but it's really recommended too. And again, they have a great voice chat, great pinging system in order to help communicate with your team and your commander. And all around, it is an incredibly strong FPS shooter. And they recently released a great patch, which adds some bunch of new abilities, I think 2 new maps, and a couple other things I can't remember at the moment, but they're really pushing to turn this into a huge esports game. And honestly, with its amount of teamwork and just all-around solid gameplay, I think it'd be a really good candidate, and I highly recommend supporting and picking this game up. It's a ton of fun, and it's super well done. Being an alien, jumping around and chopping people, eating them up is just a blast. The only complaints I have for this game really are on the Marine side mainly. I mean, the alien side, it gets a little weird because you sometimes get killed really fast, or jumping around trying to bite them is just frustrating, but that comes down to more of skill and practice. My issues with this game is, one, there's no aim down sights, which just is a personal preference of mine. I like aiming down sights a lot. I tend to be a very accurate and kind of sniper-esque person. But again, that's more of a preference, not really a problem. I do feel some guns are a little light on the recoil and stuff. Like the machine gun seems a little light. But again, that could also be a preference of mine. But again, all in all, it is an unbelievably great indie game, and I highly recommend supporting it. It's currently 50% off, which knocks it down to $12.50, and that is an absolutely great price considering the DLC you'll get for free with it. So I highly recommend picking this game up. It's absolutely brilliant, fun, and honestly, it has one of the better communities for FPS that I've seen in a long time. I mean, I played it when it launched, and then I took several months off, came back, and I was still considered a rookie. And people were very helpful. They kind of told me what I needed to do, gave me tips. I mean, yeah, there's 1 or 2 assholes, but overall, it was just a great community, great game, and I highly recommend jumping into this game. It really deserves your guys' support. And finally, we have an action strategy platformer called Thistle Vessel. I probably said that wrong. If I did, you can correct me below. Basically, what it is a very interesting, I want to say almost water/creature-based puzzler platformer too. Basically, what you do is you're this, I think, assistant, and you accidentally, made water come to life, and you have to use water and those water creatures that you can make in order to get through the levels and puzzles. The art style is absolutely brilliant. It's this kind of almost steampunk retro, but not quite retro. It just has a little retro and some not. Art style, it's very colorful, very dark in places, very interesting, and I really like the whole aesthetic of the game, having it kind of a steampunky style. Places you can't even tell sometimes, but all around it's a very cool game. The voice acting's alright for an indie game. The puzzles are interesting and unique. They're usually based around some type of water-based puzzle. All in all, it's a great game. It's 50% off, which knocks it down to $7.50. I mean, it's a great puzzler game. Indie games have been, just pumping out good puzzlers, and there's really not much more I need to say about this. If you're not burnt out on puzzles, this is definitely a puzzler you might want to check out. It's interesting. It's pretty different from other puzzles I've seen, and it has a very nice and interesting story and aesthetic. So I definitely would recommend checking this game out. Thank you guys for watching. I'll quickly go right back through this, and then we will talk about 1 or 2 things before we go. Vessels, 50% off, $7.50. It's worth it if you love puzzlers. If not, you might not want to pick it up, but it's a great puzzler platforming game, and for 50% off, it's a pretty darn good deal. Natural Selection, this is my deal of this week. It is an incredible FPS/RTS game, depending if you get Commander Seat. A lot of fun, great community, great gameplay. Just overall, there's pretty good teamwork, and just the community is what makes this game, because without a good community to make great teamwork and stuff, this game would not be such a great game. I highly recommend picking this game up. 50% off, which drops it down to $12.50, and that is an absolute steal for this game. I'm in love with this game. Next is WarRoses. WarRoses, this is more of a preference for you guys. I know many people play Chivalry, but you know, a lot of people still play WarRoses. It's just whatever you prefer. Both games are strong medieval warfare games. They're great, and one has more objectives, one has better archery and more weapons and more choice and cosmetics and all that kind of stuff. So it's really whatever you want to do. I do recommend playing War of the Roses at least this weekend, if not picking it up, because again, it's free this weekend. Why not play it? It's 75% off for $5, and if you do choose on playing it, go pick it up for $5. It's totally worth it for $5, even if you don't think you're going to play for much. It's totally worth picking up for $5. It's a great game, really strong, and I like it a lot. And they are planning on bringing out more objective kind of game modes. I think they just brought on one recently, so they're always looking to improve. And finally, Mark of the Ninja for 67% off, drops it down to $5. Great game, one of the best stealth games I've played in a long time. Really fun aesthetic, great game modes, great death animations, all kinds of stuff. I highly recommend picking this game up, guys. It's a great game. Okay, guys, so thank you for watching. I do want to say quickly that I do plan on getting my Let's Plays back up. I apologize that I've been slacking on them. I've been having a lot going on. I just couldn't get to it, and I had some issues with some of the videos, like with my Far Cry thing, so I'll be bringing out one that has nitbits of different recordings I could save, and then I'll just start from there. You didn't miss too much. And also, I plan on covering Natural Selection 2 a lot more, because that's a great game, and I want to show you guys how much fun that game is. So again, thank you guys for watching. I could not do this without you. And as always, please leave comments, questions, criticisms, or whatever down below. They help me out a ton. I read them all the time, and I try to answer most of them, or at least put them into consideration to help improve my videos for you guys, because I make these for you. So thank you. Like and share if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you haven't already and you want to see some more great Steam deals. And I will see you guys next week for some more great deals. Bye.